If you're in the market for a fiber-rich and protein-rich meal, then this recipe is for you, so stick around. Hi, Debbie Chu here from Chew on Vegan. Welcome back to my kitchen and another video. I'm really excited about this one. This one is so delicious. You are going to absolutely love it. I'm going to be making a butternut mac and cheese. So easy, so simple. Oh, it's one of my favorites. And the best part is it's full of protein and fiber, which I think are very important to have in your diet. Now, I seem to get some pushback when I say something is high protein, then immediately I'm labeled as being obsessed with protein and going crazy over protein, which is so not the case. So if you have a problem with things that say high protein, then maybe this is not the channel for you. I am trying to increase my protein, and I believe you should have what I am following, and this is just me personally, is 1 gram per pound of your ideal body weight. That's what I'm doing. That's what's working for me. That is what is helping me build muscle and lose fat. And you know, it's a slow journey, but this is what I'm doing. Most of you out there are very supportive and kind. I would say 99% of you are. But I get that 1% that just feel that, you know, I'm gonna ruin my kidneys, I'm obsessed with protein, the cavemen didn't eat this much protein, on and on and on. If I cared what people thought about me or said about me, then I would never step in front of this camera. I make these videos to help inspire you, encourage you. I'm not telling you that you have to eat high protein. I'm not telling you you have to eat high fiber. I'm just sharing with you what has been working for me. And if you like that kind of content, then I am so happy you are here. But if you don't, then just move on. There's millions of other channels that would probably be better to your taste. Anyway, enough of that. I like to keep things positive here. I will continue to share with you recipes that I think you will like, recipes that I am eating that I feel like are helping me stay healthy. As a 69-year-old woman in postmenopause, I need to eat a specific way for me to feel healthy, to feel good. Because I am very active, I do lift weights, and I'm trying everything I can to live a long, happy, healthy life. Okay, enough ranting, and stick around to the end and I will tell you all the macros for this recipe. The full recipe will be in the description box. There's other things in the description box. My Amazon favorites are in there, services I offer, cookbook, all kinds of stuff. So check that out. All right, let's get into it. We're gonna start by roasting our butternut squash, and I'm just using pre-cut. And I'm not gonna use all of this. I'm only gonna use about 2 cups into my recipe. But then that way you have roasted butternut squash just to add to salads or whatever you'd like. And if you have pieces that are really big like this, just cut them in half. That way they're gonna cook evenly. Then we're gonna season these up with a little bit of garlic salt. If you're salt-free, then just use garlic powder. I'm going to use some onion powder. And then you want to add a little bit of smoked paprika. So far we've got garlic salt, onion powder, smoked paprika, and then I'm going to add a little bit of nutmeg. I like nutmeg with my butternut squash. So a little sprinkling of this. Gives it a nice little earthy flavor. And then I just toss it with my hands, get everything on there. Then we're going to roast these in the oven at 400 for about 20-25 minutes till they are soft. Now we're going to start to the next component of the cheese sauce, and I'm just going to add some potatoes and carrots to a saucepan. I'm going to cover this with water, and then I'm going to boil it, simmer it till they're fork tender. While everything's cooking, I'm just going to cook this chickpea pasta to package directions. And we're almost there, and then we'll be putting this all together. All right, now we're gonna do the cheese sauce. And I scooped out the potatoes and the carrots. I did retain the cooking water. And now I'm just gonna add all the ingredients in here. So add your cashews. If you don't have a high-speed blender, then you might wanna soak them first. I've got a little bit of soy milk. I've got all our spices, onion powder, garlic powder, smoked paprika, salt, a little bit of white pepper. I've got some nutritional yeast. And then let's add in our butternut squash. And look how beautiful it came out. This is going to give this such a great flavor. They're so sweet, it's going to just be perfect. It cooked down to about 2.5 cups, but I'm going to use 2 cups to start. And then I'm going to add a little bit of the cooking water. Maybe about 1 cup, because I want this to be pretty thick. I'm also going to add a little bit of lemon juice. All right, I'm going to go blend this up, and if it's too thick, I'll add a little bit more liquid. And then we're gonna add it to the pasta, and we are ready to taste. And here's our cheese sauce. We're just gonna pour some on. And whatever sauce to pasta is your ratio, then you do that. But you just start with a little bit at a time. Give it a good mix. And to me, that is perfect. And then you've got some cheese sauce left over that you can put on baked potatoes, veggies, quesadillas, nachos. It's perfect. All right, let's plate this up. All right, let's give it a taste. I'm excited. I sprinkled a little bit of red pepper flakes on there. That sauce with the butternut squash in there is unbelievable. That's going on baked potatoes, veggies, whatever. So good. All right, let me fill you in on the macros. Be right back. This includes about 125 grams of steamed broccoli. You could add whatever kind of veggies you would like. You could add more, less, whatever. This is just a serving suggestion. So don't comment that, oh, you need to eat more veggies. Yeah, I eat veggies all day long. Okay, so here we go. This recipe serves for, so 467 calories, 9 grams of fat, 75 grams of carbs, 24 grams of protein, and 20 grams of fiber. So that is a win-win in my book. So if you are trying to increase your protein and your fiber, then this is a really great option. That's why I love the chickpea cavatappi. I think that's how you say it. Yes. That's why I really love the Banza chickpea cavatappi pasta shape, because, well, I mean, the shape I like because it's got little grooves in it and holds on to that sauce. But I like that brand of chickpea pasta because it's really high in fiber and protein. So if that's what you're looking for, get that pasta. And then just to touch on these t-shirts, by the time I post this, I should have the link up and it should be in the description box. And if not, it will be there in the next couple days. So just look for that. And I've got very limited sizes. I think I have like 2 medium, I have some large, extra large, and a couple 2X. Mostly I have large and extra large. And if I sell these, then I will consider getting another batch. But we'll just see how this goes. I'll probably sell them between $10 and $12, and so just look for that. And if you like this video, if you learned something, please give it a like and share it with your friends. Please subscribe. I really appreciate all of you here. And if you've made it this far in the video, comment below with mac and cheese, and that way I know you made it to the end with me, and I really appreciate it. Remember, all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet. and what you put on your plate determines your fate. Until next time, thank you.